Here we are on the inside of the older machine. Pull this oiler pan out of the way. And the mechanism in here is really simple, and this thing runs like silk. It's really nice. This is the 1A machine. This arm pointing in here on this cam lifts and lowers. It should be once per cycle of the needle, once up and down. Whether the stitch width is up and down or sideways, sort of diagonal, determines whether this arm moves left and right as it moves up and down. This pushes the needle bar. I'm going to see if my needle is okay. Yep. I can't move it. Nope, can't move that. It does not want to do that. I know what I can do. Let's see if we can get this movement up and down. There we go. It's moving up and down. It's pushing diagonally in that way, and so it moves the needle bar left and right. And the needle bar hinges at the top on these machines, so it slaps left and right pretty quickly. Other mechanisms, the entire lower mechanism moves left and right with the needle bar. This one is not. The lower bobbin, everything stays in the same place. This cam is specific to this machine. It is the 1A designation, which, let's see, I don't know if I did this here. This is the 1A stitch, which is just a one-step, two-point stitch. This is the 3A stitch, which puts 3 stitches per zig or zag. I'll show you that mechanism on the other machine. So this machine, cam is internal, kind of super simple. You could get the parts to make this machine different and do the other stitch, but it's a complete rebuild. This is this external hub here, or this collar, just a retaining collar. Nothing sticks out here. Cam, everything inside, super simple, super nice, and it's a really nice machine. I'm going to go to the other machine now. And this one, again, I've set it up for 3A machine, 3A sewing. Let's see, the difference is, you can see we get a different, it's a different gear ratio. But this shaft here is the same as the cam shaft in the other machine, but the cam is on the outside. That's here. When you take this bar out of the way, which you can do, a couple of screws. There's videos on changing these things. The machines that they're using are a little bit different, but it's essentially the same thing. I changed this by removing these 2 screws. This all slips, the shaft slips through this assembly, and you have access to this. What happens with this mechanism is the needle transfer bar here is pushed side to side directly by this block that carries the. There it is. This carries the mechanism that tells it to go wide or stay in the middle. It's backwards on this machine because the actual that way that bar moves rather than staying still. So it's actually moving back and forth as the cam turns, because that's this mechanism here. Get to this. There we go. This mechanism here. That's the cam is actually pushing this follower, which makes this mechanism boom, 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 go backwards. If this if that little hunk there is in the top or the bottom of the top or the middle of those ways, it determines obviously that this moves, the whole bar moves more or less as this moves. Yeah, the cam itself, this is the 2A cam. I'm sorry, said that wrong. This is the 1A cam. It does the 2.1 one step stitch. It goes zigzag, zigzag, zigzag. The the cam that I have in here now, 3A cam, you can get a drawing of that online. The part number is 606B. It has essentially one lobe that's broken up, so it goes zig and then zag, but it goes zig, stitch, stitch, zag, stitch, stitch, that, like that. So it puts steps in between the big zig and the big zag. And that is, again, that's the 1A1 designation, or the 3A1 designation. 2A is a different gear ratio. You can get these parts diagrams online for the 199 or 146 machines, and I think that's about it in terms of the explanation for that. So there you are.